The first question is, can someone be able to buy a drone here in Uganda? And if you're able to get it, what steps should you take to get a drone? Yeah.
Our drone come down to
Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Mr. Play Color right here. Yeah, and of course, as you can see, today is different. Today is special, and I have with me here a good friend, Mr. Bruno. Yeah, he's a drone specialist. That's the word. And yeah, so today we are talking about everything drones here in Kampala, Uganda. Yeah, I'm going to be interacting with this gentleman quite a bit. We want to talk about the different topics about the drone. If you want to get yourself a drone, if you want to fly a drone, what do you need to know? Yeah, let's get straight into the video and don't go away. Yeah, tell us a bit of your experience and let's get to know what you do. And yeah.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, my friend Benjamin. I'm called Bruno Madoi. Yeah, that's a name from Eastern Uganda. Probably some of you have heard about it before, or maybe it's your first time. It's still okay. Yeah, I'm a drone specialist, just like my friend said.
He's been doing the drone thing for quite some time here in Uganda, and I just want us to get into an interesting conversation with him. He's going to tell us about some of the steps you need to take if you're going to fly a drone here in Uganda, in Kampala. Yeah, so Bruno, the first question is, can someone be able to buy a drone here in Uganda? And if you're able to get it, what steps should you take to get a drone?
Basically, here in Uganda, we don't have an open market for drones yet. That's why you cannot move on any street of Kampala and find a drone shop, and then you do a selection of any drone that you want. It's not there yet. I'm not so sure why not. Maybe because of some regulations by the government about the drone. So most times people that are getting drones they're importing them from different countries. Provided you import and bring it into Uganda, yeah, you can use it. Basically, provided you're following the local regulations. Yes, please.
So, we are into this thing of doing events and all, and we see events where people are using drones and all. How have these people managed to fly them around? Clearly, we see so many drones, on parties and all. How have they managed? Is there something that someone needs to do for them to acquire it?
Now, the drones that most photographers, media companies are using on their events or stuff. Anyway, since Uganda is, I can describe it as a free economy. Yeah, you can acquire your drone from another country. You have it provided you're working under the regulations or the local regulations on whatever you're working with. You get a permission. Yeah, it is okay. you can fly your drone. That's why on different weddings, different parties, photographers are using weddings, and it is free. It is okay. It's not breaking the rule anywhere, provided you're just not shooting near maybe government facility like State House, the army barracks, the airport, stuff like that. But any other places, you can do your drone shots, and then you're good to go. Yes.
Yeah, talk about that, because I think many guys who actually fly drones have so many fears. Every time they have to maybe go to a certain place, they are just they are not so sure whether they can fly their drone around. And I think you've thrown some bit of light on that matter. Drone tomalaga jibusa buli wamu. You have to be sure that but maybe the bit of importing, I want you to throw some more light on that area, because if I want to buy a drone, the bit of importing, we've had situations where these drones are held at the airport. What do you have to say about that matter? Someone buys their drone maybe in Dubai, or it was even a gift from someone, nebatuuka ku airport and they cannot nebagikwatirawo. So what do you have to say on that matter?
Kyensobola ogambaawo, it's that when you get your drone from any country, whatever, it's a gift or whatever, if it comes here, it's a drone. So you just have to go through the aviation process. You have to tell them what you're going to use the drone for. Yeah. So if you are a wedding photographer, you explain that to them, and then you sign a little few papers and stuff, and then you're good to go. Because they wouldn't want to have you here with your drone and then you're doing stuffs that are against the law. Yeah. We love our country. We don't want someone to come here and then you're doing footage and then you're sending it whatever. So for us, drones are for business. So when you have your drone, you just have to, so you sign a few papers here and there, and then what you're going to use the drone, where you're going to operate from, you get the permission, and you get the license as well. And then you can use your drone.
You see how Bruno is saying it. He's making it seem like it's easy, but let's face it, it's not as easy to actually get these papers. Because he was here he was telling me a little bit of the process, and I thought to myself, is someone actually going to be able to fly a drone here? It's some actually process. It's not as easy. But anyway, let's get into the business sense of the drone. Who should buy a drone, and what should they use it for? Where do you see the relevance of drone cameras here? Apparently, you guys who do drones, museda, you're a bit expensive. So we need to understand what is the relevance of this drone. Is it something that I should invest in? How does it come in, necessary for the photography industry here in Uganda?
A drone is a good stuff to invest in. Just the only challenge with it, it's delicate. It's delicate, something you can buy today, and then as you're flying, maybe you knock a tree or stuff, and then it's down. So investing more wisely. But I think it's good. Why you need it? Drone shots are they really look good. Imagine having maybe an event. You are at some beautiful place, maybe Munyonyo, Speak Resort, whatever place it is, but you can't have that feel. You can't see the aerial shot, the aerial view of that place. And then generally, you may want. People have different the uses of the drones. Someone may want to buy a drone, like I've heard of our brothers in Western Uganda. They get drones specifically. Maybe they want to do their farm. They want to know how far my farm stops. And then, like recently, I went to Kayunga. We were doing some documentary with some organization. So we had our drone there. The good thing that we had already got permission from the local police. But you know, when you fly a drone, you may be standing in a certain, should I call it a division? Not, I think a cell. Yes, so when you fly, or whether in different Kanzite constituencies of LOC ones. So our drone was up, and then, you know, because of the battery stuff, it landed in a different, let me call it a division of another LOC1 who didn't even have any clue about what was taking place.
Yes.
So this guy got our drone, and then he was taking it to the RDC stuff. He thought there was, we just had rumors that people were going there and then they were doing land grabbing, you know. Because with the drone they measure your land, and then all of a sudden your land has been taken. Some guy has bought it because they came with a drone, and then they did those aerial shots, the pictures, and then they have the map of the land. So a drone is very useful, because without it you will not get the aerial view of your land.
Yes.
Unless if you're going to use a helicopter, which is kindly costly, than a drone that you're just going to control, and then that is it.
Yes.
So I feel drones are very useful. We need them, depending on chichennyini choyagala ogikozesa. You cannot just own it just for fun, although they are toys. Although drones, they are toys for kids playing around with them. Yeah, but it's the way to go. It's where we are going. It's the technology. Yeah,
thank you for that. And I think, you guys, that is clear. Drones for real estate are definitely a thing. If you're constructing some houses, some projects, you need a drone to, you know, have a visual of what the project looks like from above. So it's really necessary for weddings, for farming. You need to have a scope of what your entire area looks like. So I think there's no doubt about that. Drones are necessary. I think the issue is the fear around communities. There's not been any sensitization to the general public about maybe the drone restrictions and things like that, because when you go to a place like to fly, most people look at you like guy. People look at you with certain eyes. Either you're okay, some people might think you're a journalist, but the most people would be wondering what's going on here. Are these like some kind of aliens that have come around, you know? So I think we need more and more of this kind of maybe sensitization for people to get to know. I have another question for you, Bruno. So how much is a drone? How much is which kind of drone do I need if I want to do like weddings? Something that is maybe, what are the price ranges for a reasonable drone?
Now about the pricing and the drone that you need for your wedding, this goes back to your budget as well. But we have been having the Mavic Pros that have been doing the thing, you know, around. But before the Mavic Pros, we're having the Phantoms, the big white drones.
Yes.
So people were familiar with those big white drones. And then when we had the feel of the Mavic Pros, since they are a little smaller, people would be like, "Gwe, atole seka chikano," because they feel they need something big. Just like I think, I don't know if you guys are still having challenges of that, having a mirrorless, a small camera, and then someone is expecting you to have a big camcorder on the event. So it's also in the drone. But apparently we have there are some new drones that are out, and they are really good for weddings. You know, small in size, like the DJI Mavic Mini Pro, Pro 3, Pro 4.
4 Pro.
Yes, 4 Pro.
Even this drone here, guys. This is an amazing drone. This is the Air 2.
Yes, this is a Mavic Air 2S.
Air 2S,
there is Air 2
guys.
And then Air 2S.
I think you can see. Is it focusing on it?
It's actually the name is in front.
Yeah. So this is the Air 2S.
Maybe slightly back.
It's not focusing on it. Yeah, there you go. So this is the Air 2S. It's a really nice drone. You can go and find some more information about it. But yeah,
it's actually very good. It's you can use it both for weddings and then film as well. So music directors, you're good to go with this drone. It's portable and
it's got a 1-inch sensor. Which is really good in low light situations.
It's a good one, and the fact that I like this drone is that you can shoot the log, and you can have the feel of the raw, provided like you're shooting on Black Magic, and then you want to have the same maybe footage matching with the one of the drone. This can give you something related to that, and then it has different modes as well. The active tracking, all that. They just simplify the matter for you, so you don't need to stress around maybe you're doing this and this. So it's such a drone, and even all other drones like the Mavic Mini, it's also very good. Yes, I checked it out on YouTube recently, and it's really amazing with the features in it. Though the challenge, yes, it is small, so you may have a little bit of challenge with wind when you're working in a place that is so windy, and maybe when there are a lot of birds around. You will have to face it with the birds, and otherwise they may take your drone away.
They may carry it away.
They may think it's something to eat.
It's another bird.
It's another bird
that has come around to, Right. But you haven't told us about the price. Tell us about, like, now this Air 2S. How much?
The Air 2S, depending on where you're buying it, but other people in Uganda, when I've brought it here, you may end up buying it at maybe 6 million, 5.5. Yes, but in Dubai, it's a little cheaper. It could cost around 4 million. And then the Mini also, it's in 3M. The Phantom 4 Pro, it's at around 4M as well. That's now I'm talking about the price they are selling it here in Uganda. The only challenge is with the batteries are really expensive. Each battery, you're going to find each battery at around 700,000, 600, 700, 800, depending on where you're buying it from. Yes, but they are affordable. Apparently, the Mavic Pro, the price has really dropped. I think you can even get it at around 2.5 to 3M. Yes, if you have a good relationship with your seller.
Yes.
But I wouldn't advise someone right now going for the Mavic Pro or the Phantoms. At least try the latest drones, the Mini.
The smaller kind of drones.
The small. They're even good for the photographers. Like you're doing a wedding and then you want to have the shots for the decoration.
Yes.
It won't blow away the decoration because it doesn't.
It's not so big.
It's not so big, and the amount of the wind
and the portability, because if you're shooting on the go, you just have to, because I know that like the Phantom, you can't transport it unless you take off the propellers. You have to always,
you have a big bag with you, because you have a Phantom, so you're moving, everyone knows, this guy must be carrying what, money or suitcase of money. But I mean, you may even carry like 5 drones in just a small bag, and no one notices you are even having a drone. So it's I would advise people to go for the Minis. They are cheap and they are very good. I like the mods, quality. The image quality, everything is just on point. Yes.
So the you've talked about the prices, but here on the Ugandan market, do we actually have the used drones, and how much do you think the used drones would cost for someone who's buying on the Ugandan market here?
Still on these prices that I'm talking about are not really brand new. And used here in Uganda, we have like 2 types, 2 categories. That means that maybe I've bought my own drone and then I've used it, so I want to resell it and then upgrade.
Yes.
So you may get it at a little cheaper price because I want to just do a top up and then buy another equipment. But if you're buying still used, that is let me call it refurbished, that's how they call it. If it has been used before but you're importing it from Dubai, so the price will a little bit be also different from the brand new as well. Yes. So but with the used, if someone has used, the price is really flexible, because depending on what someone is, the problem that someone is facing at that time. I've at least bought a 5D Mark IV at 5 million. Yes, because from someone, but that's not the price for it.
Yeah,
you understand.
So the prices will vary depending on situation.
Yes.
Yeah, but I've also seen there are certain platforms where people are selling these used drones and used gear, like on Gigi. Yeah, you see some people putting their old drones, those drones which have worked for like maybe 5 years. Yeah, but of course you have to be careful, because some of these drones maybe they have issues with batteries. The batteries have died.
The gimbal.
The gimbal. Oh, and the gimbal is a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So you have to really be careful.
Yeah, the gimbal.
This gimbal right here, eh? If it's damaged, then your gimbal is going to be all the time. It's all the time going to be shaky. It's not going to be as fluid, yeah, and smooth as it should be. Yeah. So I think we've answered most of the questions that people would ask about drones. Yeah. The prices, we've talked about it. Yeah, I think the mystery has always been how can someone get in a drone, because that's the question many people ask. How can I get in the drone? How do I? Yeah. But you guys, in the next video, the part 2 of this video, we are going to actually do a flying. We are going to do a test flight. We'll talk to you about some of the quick things you need to know if you're starting out with a drone. Yeah, but as of now, I think we have really tried to answer some of the common questions that you guys ask. Yeah, this gentleman here, you see, has been doing drone work for some time. He does events, he does projects. Please hit on him, and he will be available to serve you. Bruno.
Yes,
yeah.
I think I can even supplement on what you're saying. Maybe we may have not talked about if someone wants a license for the drone.
Yes.
Yeah, you just let me just take it in a brief highlight. Yeah, you need to do a class 3 medical. That may cost you around 200K. Yeah, and then you will do ground school and flight training. It will take you about 7 days. You will sit CAA exams and flight assessment by the CCA examiner.
Civil Aviation Authority.
Yes, Civil Aviation Authority. And then you will go through Minister of Works and Transport assessment, CDF and CAA, and you will get your license. Yeah.
And all of this will cost about how much?
That's around $1,500. Yeah.
So basically, in Ugandan shillings, it's about 5.5 or like about 6 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, roughly 6 million.
Yes.
Wow.
And then you will have your license, and then you will be able to fly drones, whatever. But still, even if you have your license, you must still know there are no fly zones, and then the fly zones. You're not going to fly over the airport because you have your license. You understand?
Yeah.
You're not going to come and fly over the State House because you have your license. You understand? Unless you have the authorization from the State House. You're doing their work, then that is still okay. Yes, and you have to really be cautious about that. Otherwise, be ready to lose your drone any time. Yes, if you don't mind on where you're flying from, be ready. You cannot fly from Serena. You cannot. I think most guys who are doing drones, because near there is State House, you cannot fly near Entebbe Airport. Yeah, it will not. It will not even fly. You will think even your drone it has got what a mechanical problem.
They
By the time
have
you turn
an
it on,
inbuilt sensor. I think like because they work with GPS, so they will know that this location is a no-flight area because there's an airport. So automatically that's the beauty with this kind of technology. The drone will not take off because it's next to an airport. But also, just to add on, there are areas which are restricted, like government facilities. Those ones don't bother unless you have authorization from a government official or something. But you have to be careful. Even in some residential areas, even if it's not government, you cannot go to Kololo where people are sleeping and then you're flying your drone. You have to be very, very careful because you're breaking the law, you're trespassing. So maybe there are public places that you can actually, fly your drone and something like that. Of course, there's the risk. You have to be very careful.
Yeah, and then maybe what I can add on as well, people may think as well that because I'm here, that maybe I'm selling the drones or whatever. I'm not a reseller. I'm not selling drones. I just operate, and as well, surprisingly, I even don't own one. Apparently, yes, I owned one that I crashed sometime. So right now, whatever drones that I'm trying to use are belonging to different organizations, different people. Yes, I've not really had the feel to get my own. Yes, because since I'm working on different projects, every project you need to use maybe a different equipment. So if I own one, I will be kind of limited. So I don't have one apparently. And then I also don't sell drones as well. You just have to maybe send your brother or whatever. If you have a relative that is in outside country, talk to them. Basically, Dubai is an open market. It's where these guys are getting it from. You get your drone, go through all the processes, and then that is it.
Thank you so much, Bruno. Maybe just for me, the final word is drones are relevant in this creator economy right now. So if you're just thinking about whether you need it or you actually need it, Bruno here is someone I would consult on anything regarding drones. Even though he has said that he does not sell and he has some good information, so you can reach him and he will help you out with this kind of information. If you need more details, I think I'll share his contact on the screen so you guys can see. You can reach him, Otherwise, thank you for this part 1. Do not go away in part 2. I think I'm going to put it right here. In part 2, we are actually flying and talking about the different things you need to do if you're going to fly. I know. So see you guys in part 2.